I'm Samantha Mollen.
And I'm Kottie Kreischer.
And this is Don't Worry About It.
Do we need to introduce ourselves?
No.
Are we keeping the title of our podcast?
Who fucking knows?
Okay. Don't worry about it.
I worry about everything. No, I do.
But
you do too. Let's dive into the basics of our lives.
Okay.
When did we meet? 2004. We met summer 2004. Oh my gosh, so next year will be our 20-year reunion.
I guess it was. Our 20-year reunion?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We should celebrate.
I can't believe that. You're right. I think I was there.
You were.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, so we've been friends for
20 years.
Ages.
19 years.
Eons.
I know. It'll be 20 next year. We were both single.
Yeah.
So let's start in 2004.
Hot bods.
I was very Dallas.
You were crushing. You looked great.
I was fire.
Yeah.
But
and then remember there was a rumor that you were
Bill Gates' niece?
Yes.
The weirdest rumor ever. Everyone was so nice to me. I was like, wow. So California's just like Texas.
We were one of the only, it was was it just us, the girls? Everyone else was...
It was a mailroom of 10 people.
We worked at a talent agency in the mailroom.
We were the only girls.
And we were the only girls. We were, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Natalie, remember her?
No, I don't know.
Did she come later? You know Natalie.
No, I don't. I always think of Matt, though.
She was friends with Matt.
Was she?
I've DM'd with Matt. He's so funny.
Yeah, we were... Yeah.
Loves music, loves to dance. He put a sign on the back of his chair that said, loves music, loves to dance. And he had the most mean boss.
Oh, the
who
woman?
I sometimes run into.
Woman?
No. You know who I'm talking about.
Well, we can edit it out. Who was it?
Well, why would we need to go that far?
Okay.
Anyways, you know who he is.
Yeah, I wonder if any of those agents are still alive.
Alive?
Well, I don't know.
They're dead.
I don't know. It was 20 years ago.
I think a lot of them probably aren't agents anymore. But
no, for sure they're not.
Hopefully most of them are still alive. They weren't that old at the time. Okay, yeah. So we worked in the mailroom. There was a rumor, the first few weeks Kottie got hired, that she was Bill Gates' niece. I mean, which could have totally tracked.
It did. I didn't find out about that until 2 or 3 months in.
I don't know who started that.
I don't know.
You?
I did.
Then we were shortly. Well, I feel we weren't there long. Then we got promoted to desks assistants working for agents because they don't last long.
No,
the turnover is high.
And then what happened? You left first to go to. You
left. So yes, then I went and worked for a publicist.
And I went to management.
Yes.
And then we met our husbands.
But we were tight the whole time.
We did, but we met our husbands the same year.
I think you met Mike first.
I met Mike first, but Mike and I were in Mexico. Mike and I were in Mexico when you texted me saying, I met someone, and he's the one. Tell me as soon as you get back, I'm going to bring him over. And we were living on Wilshire in that apartment. Annie and Mike and I were all in that one apartment.
Did we come over?
You guys came over.
But I had met him a year before. You knew of him. He was at the Jenny and Jason's wedding.
Knew of him.
So I married my sister's husband's best friend, but I set Jenny and Jason up on a blind date. So I feel like the universe...
And I set you up on the blind date that set them up on the blind date.
Yes, so actually, this is the key to it. Okay, so I don't know why Jenny continues to tell the story that her and Jason met on the set of a movie, which
it's sexier.
Still ask, how do you with a straight face tell this story on national TV? Over and over again, she tells this story. It's so weird.
Because what is she going to go? Well, my sister's best friend.
We don't understand. No, just my sister set me up. I don't know. It doesn't have to be anything. Okay, so it all goes back to Kottie set me up on a blind date with a manager that worked with her. And I went on the blind date,
Did you guys go to Hawaii or something?
So I went on the blind date. This is an episode on its own. Okay. Went on the blind date. He was a total gentleman. I wasn't not into him. I think we went to Pache. I was sketching on the tablecloth the whole time because I was bored. But he was making an effort. Then I was okay, I'm good. It wasn't a horrible setup. It was it was the entry. It was me growing up and starting to date professional like
It's
educated.
exactly what it was. Because
was
you were
like-
dating like
I was dating
Skid Row people.
I was dating like hot, grungy, like musician, artsy,
Mm-hmm.
all based on looks, which whatever, or
Yeah.
not like anything substantial, like no one that I would want to be best friends with.
Yeah.
So then that was definitely like my like entry into like, whoa, I could actually date an adult. This is cool.
And I think I kind of pushed you in that direction. Because I remember going to that one guy's house. It was so fucking creepy. It was like, ugh. I was like, oh my God, this is like...
The artist?
Yes.
That was
Remember?
creepy.
And it smelled like a head shop. And it was like 3 a.m. and I was like,
Okay.
I'm scared.
Well, you hooked up
You're
with his
like,
friend that night.
I know, but you're like, he's creative. And I was like, he could be a kidnapper.
Anyway, so then that guy, I resisted dating him, but he like worked really hard to like continue like courting me. So then I finally was like, okay, fine, I'll continue like seeing him. Then he says he was doing a movie with Jason and was like, do you want to, Jenny asked to be set up with somebody. And I was like, I don't know. She had been in a relationship forever. My sister, Jenny.
Yeah.
She had been living with her boyfriend in a relationship for years and was like, set me up to this guy and I.
So Jenny wanted to be set up.
So she wanted to be set up randomly. I'd never set her up before. And I really didn't have access to like any like professional educated like men, only like weirdos. So then he was like, what about Jason? And I was like, okay, seems maybe dorky, but I said, you know, Jenny, will you do it? She goes, yeah, only if you come with. So we all 4 of us went on a date. Obviously, I had been dating the other guy, and there was a blind date for them. And I think it was like slow the first week or two, and then they were like inseparable. So I take. Actually, you deserve all the credit.
Thank you.
Finally, because of that, they met, and then subsequently, I met Duran, and was then a year or 2 later we were together.
I'm the reason for all of your children. All 5 boys.
Yeah.
Are because of me.
Yeah. All hail Queen Kottie. All hail Queen Kottie.
I got nothing out of it.
Oh, come on.
No. I mean, like, I didn't get a boy. Well, I already had a boyfriend. But, yeah.
I have a boyfriend. His name's Dominic.
Oh, love him. So, yeah, then we met. And then I've been with Mike how long? 16.
A long time.
17 years this year.
Because you guys dated for, like, 4?
No.
5?
8 or 9 years before getting engaged.
Lord.
Fuck. Yeah.
That's cray.
It's crazy.
But you were like 25, 26.
So when Lola turns 5,
yeah,
it'll be 20 years together.
Dude.
Teddy's 5 years old.
It's time for a second husband.
Lola's 2. And Mike the other day was like, I think we should have another. And I was like, are you out of your mind?
3 is pretty bomb.
You know what? When people say that, it's like right when your life gets like...
easier. I know.
That you go, oh my God, like everyone's on an electronic.
Yeah.
That's not like the standard you should look for in your family.
Yeah.
But like everyone was like on their own electronic yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is...
Nobody's
easy.
badgering me.
Like Lola's not like, you know?
Yeah.
I was just like, and Mike's like, we should have another. I was like, I don't think so.
I know. And you're like, it's too calm. It's eerily calm. I need to add another person to
Let's
this
get
mix.
its puppy.
I felt like that too. I feel like for me right now, I'm 99.9 not having another one, but now
I so want you to have another.
Even now I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's like eerily still. And it's like, I always, it's like, is it vanity? Like, is it youth? Do you feel like you're like preserving your youth, like having another kid? I don't know. I mean, I just truly love the like synergy of the family. And it's like, how could you not want, in theory, like another like amazing little soul?
Well, everyone keeps telling me, they're like, you have a Bert, you have an Annie, now you need a Kottie.
Oh God, that's a mindfuck.
Right? I'm like, ugh.
Should we do it together? So right after we shoot ourselves up with Ozempic?
Yes. Provided we're not too nauseous.
I would consider it. But you know, my problem is you're in a good place with Lola because Lola is only 2. Going to be 2. Honestly, wait, is Lola 2 yet?
She's 2. She'll be 3 in September.
Yeah. I would be Dominic, and if I had another baby would be...
Wait, how old are all 3 of yours? Luca?
He'll be... Wait, so... Yeah, he'd be like 6.5. Okay, so Luca is 11.
Jeez.
I'm planning his bar mitzvah.
Ew, he's getting to a weird stage
He's so weird. So this morning he woke up, didn't say good morning, he was just stomping around, and he was like, I think it's really, really annoying that you won't let me play at least 10 minutes of PlayStation on the weekdays. I was like,
You're like, fuck
good
you.
morning? Good morning? You're not making a good argument for
Yeah.
You're in a horrible mood. Luca's 11, Ezra is 9, and Dominic is 5.5.
Wow.
So they'd be like far apart.
Isn't that crazy? I had my first and you had your last at the same exact time.
It is, because I feel like when I had Luca, none of my friends or family had kids. Yeah.
No, and I feel like we didn't have a falling out, but we kind of like, we were just in different stages of our life.
You and I?
Yeah, we never fell out. No, we never fell out, but we didn't talk as much as we do now. No, actually, I take that back. Luca, it was like, he was like my second, like my child.
Yeah.
Like I was over there all the time.
Yeah.
And then once I got married, it was like, and I was working full time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I was kind of on a different, I was just like on autopilot doing like different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we didn't talk as much.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as we were both pregnant again.
Yeah, that's true.
We were both pregnant
but I've
again.
gotten used to that with you. I feel like you
We've never talked as much as we do now.
I have to, no. Well, not since like we first met, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's natural for anyone though.
But I'm not like, I don't have like a closer, better relationship with anybody else either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, there are ebbs and flows, and it's, I think, sometimes it could be distance, like if you don't live in the same city, but it is the alignment of like what's going on in your life too, I think, for sure.
And as soon as
And I think you disconnecting from Annie, like, was like a huge, it like allowed
both
you.
of us grew so much.
I know, and I've been saying that for years. But no, Kottie and her sister Annie lived together for like, after college for like 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
And she's like the coolest, like dopest chick in the world. But like, I do think it like allowed both of you to be like less social 100%. And less dependent or engaged with like your other friends and like socially. And so like, yeah, I think, was it like totally negative? No, but I think you guys both, I've definitely seen like your own like, anonymity and all of that. Like you just have your own like vibe now, both of you, Yeah.
And I think both of our relationships with Bert have gotten close because it's not as like we're still best friends.
But it felt like you guys were one unit.
Yeah, exactly.
And like for better or for worse.
Yeah. It would be the equivalent of us living together. Like, would we ever leave the house? No. We have nothing outside.
We'd make joint decisions all times. No, totally.
There's nothing outside the world.
Totally, but it was one step further because you guys were blood sisters.
Yeah.
So it was not just that. It was like you have the same parents, you have the same like dogs. I mean, like, everything was like shared, which I think was cool for a while. And now it's cool to see you.
It was the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
Like, it was like the transition of me. We lived in the same apartment.
Yeah.
Annie and Mike and myself all lived in an apartment together. And then we got 2 separate apartments in the same complex. And then we moved out of the complex. It was
so
like
codependent.
It was like literally like a halfway house.
Well, then then who's your husband?
Mike.
Then Mike became like codependent too. He was like the third.
Oh, he was.
Because it's like, it's like an easy thing with you guys because it's, like, why would you want to hang out with anyone else? I know, I can't wait to meet him.
Oh my God, you're going to love him.
That's so cool. So Matt is Annie's new boyfriend. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So we've been friends for like forever.
20-year anniversary. Let's do shots for our 20th.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go away.
Totally.
I want to go away.
You do? You're the, like,
no, I don't want to get on a plane.
You.
No, I don't want to get on a plane. I want to go like Palm Springs.
I don't like getting on planes either.
It sucks.
Especially without my kids. If I'm with my kids, I'm like smoke if you got them.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
It's like a suicide pact. But
I don't have to worry about like them without me or me without them. I know. I know.
When I
it's
get
just
onto
horrible.
a plane now and I don't have my kids, I'm like, this is incredibly selfish.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope this trip is worth it.
Yeah.
The risks I'm taking.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. How does it's so funny because now we have so much to lose. But I do still think there are people that don't experience that in the same way.
No, I follow people on Instagram. They're like, "Mommy weekend." I'm like, that's selfish. What if you go down?
I don't think it's selfish. I just think
it's healthy. But
there's a different I wish that I could be a little more like Jenny, my sister, is much more free in that way. Like she feels like she's not afraid of flying really. Like she is just, I don't know, I think she's like at peace with like that sense of like
Yeah.
not
Balance in life.
well, you're not in control of really anything, but like you feel, I don't know, she's fine with that. She's fine with the flying. It doesn't trip her out. She could literally go, like, she wants me to go to like Asia with, I'm like, I'm going to Japan. I'm like, I'm good. She wants me to go to China with her in a few months because she wants to meet she wants to meet the girl who makes like all the fakes.
Oh, stop it.
She wants to see what their life is like because they all like live in poverty and they're like trying to all hawk like fake designer stuff, and she wants to go there and like make a story of it. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, that doesn't
She
seem
will, by
like
the way,
it.
so
She will.
stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no thank you.
Anyway, she's really good at it. I have a girlfriend who like would like, she just went to the Maldives with like another girlfriend for like 10 days. Like I have mad respect, and like I just like, I'm never like totally at ease.
No.
That's why now taking them is like, feels like
It's easy.
exciting.
It's
it
really,
feels,
but
I
it's
feel like
also,
I'm going to enjoy myself.
It's also like the sense of relief is really dark as well, because I'm like, well, we're in this together.
No,
Everyone
that
buckle up
for the travel part, yes. But then also being gone, like having them with you, even though it's extra work, it's like there's like nothing to miss.
No, you're just relocating,
and it feels like, I don't know. For me, I feel like, oh my gosh, I can really enjoy this because I have everybody with me. You know?
Yeah, I'm not there in life yet.
When they're that age,
when they're older,
when they're if it was Ted was your youngest, you would start to feel like that.
For sure.
Yeah, it's because I don't have bottles, I don't have diapers, I have nothing.
Ted's going to Vegas this weekend. The fuck?
Hit me.
He's like, Las Vegas. I'm like, oh, Ted.
With Mike?
With Mike. They're doing
For
a
what?
boys trip.
How
Mike's been
cute.
traveling a lot for work, and
Yeah.
he gets jealous that he never gets to go with them.
Aww.
So he's like, can we plan a trip? And Mike's like, look,
Mike loves to travel.
Loves.
Yeah, you guys are like polar
Oh,
opposites.
polar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Mike's like, where do I take a kid?
Where are they going to
He's
go?
like, I don't know.
Circus?
Wait, okay, so let's dive into this. They're going to Vegas.
Okay.
They're staying at the Bellagio, and they're doing Cirque du Soleil and a steak dinner. Like,
So
that's going to be their
cute.
boys' night. But guess what, like, so one of our friends,
He's going for work or just for fun?
just for fun,
Okay.
they leave Saturday morning, come back Sunday.
They're flying?
Mhm.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been thinking about that all week. I'm like, can I sleep with you tonight? So one of our friends who used to be a part owner in Bottega Louie moved to Vegas to do another like round of restaurants in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
And so Mike reached out to him and was like, what's the best steakhouse? Like, there's so many.
So many.
And he was like, dead serious.
What?
Don't laugh. The steakhouse at Circus is like the one that all the chefs in Vegas go to.
What's it called?
The steakhouse.
Stop.
It's legit called.
No way.
Swear to God, he's like, all the local chefs go there. It's like a hidden gem. It's like a classic steakhouse.
I wonder what Circus is like now.
I don't even know. What is Circus? Oh, Circus has like the rodeo clown.
And there's like nets like above, and like at least there used to be like, and there would be like people doing trapeze, and like there was like, I don't know, like a lot like circus stuff happening like in like the center of the casino.
Oh, serious?
And I feel like there were like carnival games. I don't know.
I've never been inside, but it's interesting to go to Vegas. Remember Outdoor Mike, the guy I used to date?
Yes.
Yes.
Where is he?
You know, he went to school in Vegas, so like we would go to Vegas together.
Oh yeah.
And his friend lived there.
Yeah.
And then like to go to Vegas now with Kevin, our friend that lives there.
Yeah.
Like the locals, it's a totally different ballgame, like what you do.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's such a different ballgame.
Oh yeah. No,
like
I
the
get what
casino
you mean.
you go to is off the strip.
Yeah.
It's like a country club, and then like.
Where is he now? That guy.
I have no idea. Vanished.
Poor guy.
I know. I tried Googling him a few times. I can't find him. I think he did photography for a bit.
Random.
He was the nicest guy.
He was like a talent agent for a second?
No, he quit.
Yeah, but for a second.
No, I don't even think he got to that part.
Oh.
He was about to be.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Well.
But anyway.
So cute. Okay, so they're going on a boys' trip. That's not going to mess with you as much as like if you were leaving by yourself.
Fuck no.
No.
There's no leaving by myself.
No.
Even worse, leaving with Mike. No, thank you.
But then Duran can go.
I don't even think about that.
He can go, like with Jason, they just went to Singapore, and he's like completely fine. And I actually have no issue with him going.
No, me neither. I'm like, best of luck. Safe travels.
Did you pay the life insurance policy?
Our will's up to date, right? Everything's been moved to the trust.
I can't. Did you sign all of everything?
Seriously.
Did you sign it on line? No, I know. It's different. I think it's different for women. Like, I hate to say that. And I'm sure there is, like, you know, varying degrees of it depending on your personality.
But Mike feels the same way. When I flew to Austin
Yeah.
with Annie and Bert
Uh-huh.
and my parents,
Uh-huh.
and Bert was like, we're going to fly back private.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why. Like, we flew there commercially, but flying back, we flew private. And it was like all the Kreischers on one plane.
Yeah.
And Mike was like, this is such an awful idea. And I was like, why? He's like, if that plane goes down, he's like, my life's over. Like, it's going to be a suicide pact with me and the kids. And I was like, don't say that.
If
He's
the
like,
Kreischers die,
he's like, if
them...
all the Kreischers go down in one fall, like, swoop. Is that the saying? One fall?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. One fall swoop.
One fell swoop? I don't know.
He was like that. I mean,
The Kardashians always fly private all together. Whenever I see them, like, flying, I'm like, they're all together. Okay. Well, yeah. But, you know, I
and
think
Kim's
those
jet
smaller...
is like the color of like a waist trainer.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like a caramel macchiato. Like, it's like all like nude.
Oh, she has her own?
You haven't seen her new plane?
No, I don't follow them.
Neither do I, but you can't avoid it.
I have. And now you just tainted now you've just...
You're like, shit, I gotta Google it.
You've screwed me. I think sometimes those smaller planes feel like less safe, but they're not. You just feel more in them.
Oh, you shoot into the sky like a freaking dart.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, whoa, there's nothing holding us down.
Yeah. But it's fine. So, you know what scares me is helicopters.
Fuck that. Who is taking helicopters anymore? Although you can take a helicopter from LAX to Burbank in like 10 minutes. If you land in LAX and you have to get to the valley and it's like rush
somebody
hour.
got Duran a motorcycle, a helicopter. I don't know why. Helicopter tour of like LA for like his birthday one year. And Duran was like, "Do you want to do it with me?" I was like, "No." I made Greg do it with him. Like the two of them did it.
No, I'd be like, we can watch Aerial America.
I'm like, I'm good. And you know, the only time I ever went on a helicopter was in Alaska, like on like a glacier, and and it was like blowing us like towards the rocks. I'm like, I literally, my palms were sweating. I was like, I'm done.
How old were you?
I was with Luke. We were on an Alaskan cruise with my dad.
Keeps getting worse.
Duran, I'm so glad Duran. The weight of Duran would have like really, we would have been dead. I don't know how that thing stayed up. Like it was Paige, Chase, my dad. I have pictures I gotta show you, literally, and like the fucking pilot. And it was like the wind was blowing us like back and forth. And we landed on top of a glacier to then go like sledding with like wolves.
That's just awful. That's literally my worst nightmare.
Then I returned back to a cruise.
Literally, it's like, welcome to hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
First we're going to go on a helicopter ride, then you're going to return to your cruise ship after we're done.
Yeah. It was horrible. Luca was like
awful
2, and he was like scaling the walls and like the he was like a wild man. I know. Never a cruise ever again.
Never.
And never Alaska ever again. Although you can't really see Alaska unless you're on a cruise. But I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Is he good?
One of I think it was one of Mike's family members went on a cruise recently. It was like,
no cruising.
I just can't believe it. We all got sick. I'm like, I am so surprised.
You know what kills me about cruises? They're like, today we're doing a sushi restaurant. It's like the exact same food from the Italian restaurant.
They just roll up the chicken and rice. They're like, ding, 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 ding.
It's like the same, but they try to like pretend that it's like different food, but it's literally just all bad all the time. Ugh.
That's like the cafeteria at work. They're like, today's special is a shrimp po' boy. And then you show up the next day and you're like, today's soup special is a shrimp po' boy gumbo. And you're like,
po' boy.
Throw all the hoagies in a soup pot.
I cannot.
Today's soup special.
And then, I have friends that do the Disney cruise that say that they love it. But I'm like.
I heard no on that.
From who?
People.
I mean, I'm not doing it, but I have heard that one is fun. Probably just because their kids are having fun. They're like, I'm good.
I just don't want to be on a boat. No. Titanic really fucked me up.
But it's not that. It's not even. I'm not even afraid of like it sinking. I just like feel like I'm a prisoner. Yeah. I'm a fucking prisoner.
You're a fucking prisoner on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even see the ones that are like, we got the presidential.
We've captured
this
like, entertainment.
No.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh, no.
Like, I don't care how big my room is. I'm
Yeah.
still in that fucking boat with
Yeah.
20,000 people. Or God only knows how many people are on there.
I cannot.
Could you imagine sleeping underneath with, like, the water? No. Tell me.
A stowaway?
I don't know. Didn't they have that on Titanic? Titanic?
The Titanic?
The Titanic?
The Titanic.
The Titanic had those beds.
Well, yeah, the, like, stowaway, like, people
Like,
who...
I would panic if my window...
was underwater?
I'm assuming our cruise ships, there's some rooms are underwater.
No.
Well, oh, I'm sorry. Do you work for...
Yeah, I do. Welcome to Carnival.
Carnival Cruise Lines?
No, they're not. There might be,
How
like,
do you know
down
that?
below, like, storage or something.
Yeah, like,
There's
where
no...
do all the crew members sleep?
There's below, but there's no window to the water.
There's not.
There's like, hello, Little
I
Mermaid.
think there is.
No, there is not.
Oh, okay.
I'll research it next time, and we'll have another discussion about it.
Right, so we're not going to have more kids? Where did we
Would you
land
like
on
the
this?
underwater room?
That would make me panic.
You should, for sure.
You really think so?
Uh-huh. Yeah. 3's dope. It really diffuses things.
I feel like I'm too old.
You're not. You're not at all.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like we didn't start until, like, the normal age of starting was 35 these days, not like 25 when our parents were having kids.
I know. I'm just finding out that, like, a lot of the parents in Ted's class are, like, a lot older. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Didn't
Older.
know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting now. Was I telling you
Like,
this
a
last
good
time?
5 to 10 years older than me.
Was I telling you last time that I'm now like the older? No, I'm
Yes.
not. But like, it's just strange to have that. Jenny and Jason might have another one.
Shut the fuck up.
Like probably surrogate.
Oh, well, of course. Who wouldn't?
Really?
I would if it was a surrogate, of course. I'd have 2 more.
Well, I don't know for sure, but she had that thyroid stuff, so she thinks
Yeah,
that
I wouldn't fuck with that
she
anymore.
thinks that the autoimmune, so she's like scared of that.
No.
But I don't know where she's at with it.
She was good with that thyroid stuff, though. I'm just kidding.
She went past the point of looking good.
I only saw one photo when she was like on an exercise bike.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's a little thin.
It was like she was about to die. That was so scary. You thought she looked good?
No.
Oh.
I don't remember really,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'd seen worse.
The problem is then your face looks so old.
Yeah, it's a bitch. That's a bitch.
There's a girl I work out with who is like 46, and I hadn't seen her in a while, and she came in yesterday and was like, she's like, I'm 4 months pregnant. I'm like, what?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
See, I wish I was chill like that.
What do you mean?
Like to be like, cool, I'm pregnant and I'm super old.
Yeah.
Like that's
It's
not,
weird.
doesn't fly with me.
It's
not
a
that
little bit-
she's super old, but you know what I mean? Like
She
a lot
is.
of people have kids at that age. But
She
like
is.
that would make me panic.
Wait, so did we wrap up our origin story? Basically,
We
we've
suck.
been in love for 20 years.
I know. 20 years together. Can you believe
What
that?
are we
20
leaving,
years
what
together.
are we leaving out?
5 kids together.
Yeah.
2 husbands together.
Mm-hmm. I
And-
feel like that's the gist of us. We've just sort of been like inseparable for, we just can't shake each other.
What am I doing now? I'm just working like crazy.
You've been working the whole time. You never stopped.
I never stopped working.
Mm-hmm. Are you happy?
I am. But it's weird. It's like I've been with the same company for 20 years. No, my God, what the fuck am I talking about? I've been with the same company through many mergers. So I started at Fox when I was like 26, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25, 26, around that age. And then I started at 20th Century Fox Television, and then they merged with Fox to create Fox Television Group, I think. And then Disney bought almost all of Fox, so then I moved over to Disney. But I've been working for the same people, doing events and award strategy. And it's busy, but it's fulfilling. I like it.
I know, and I feel like you're like a boss now, so it's kind of
It's weird.
nice.
It's weird. I don't know. I was just talking to someone about how it changes, like the higher up you get.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we were at an award show the other night, and I was like, I like 3 people there that work for me, and I was like, you know what? Nothing good's gonna happen at the after party. I'm just gonna go home. Like it's just
Like, yeah, when you were younger, you'd be like, oh,
party, but
yeah.
you're just like no, like
or
I'm not-
like certain, it's funny, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
certain people you'd
Where
be
it's
like
like
excited to meet or
when
see.
you're like making your way up.
Mhm.
All you want to do is go to those events.
Yeah.
You want to drink. You
Yeah.
want to hang out. You want to party. You want
Yeah.
to socialize.
Meet people. Yeah.
And what sucks is that you're working. You're like actively working. You're doing red carpets. You're greeting people. You're getting them seated.
Mm-hmm.
But then you hit a point where you're a guest at those events.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're a guest at those events, you're also at a level where you're like, you're not, you're partying late.
Now that I'm actually invited, I don't
I
want to be
have
here.
like the grunt work to do. And I'm
Yeah.
and I want to go home.
Yeah, because it still feels like work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to be home with my kids. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I think about losing my job recently. I don't know why. But like just the economy we're in and whatnot, or I'm like, if I lose my job, which I, knock on wood, I don't think it's happening. But I'm like, what would I do? Because right now I have like 2 nannies. Like I am just going, like I am burning the midnight oil. Like I am just all day, 7 to 10 every day, you know, where I'm like, and 2 nannies, 2 young kids, where I was like, if I lose my job, like my entire life, and not that it's good or bad, it will change so drastically.
Yeah.
Like we wouldn't need nannies per se, you know?
Yeah, but then you'd be like losing your mind
Like,
if
it
you
would
had
just be
no
such-
division.
Yeah, so as much as I love work, it's also scary because it's such a part of me that, you know, you toy with the what could be, you know, and like layoffs and whatnot. And I'm like, that would rock my world. I'll be fine. We will be fine. But it would rock my world because I don't know what being a parent's like without a job.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would be like in my 40s without, like, it defines you to a certain degree.
It doesn't. I think
It's like you have it's different, like multiple personalities almost. Like it's a whole different life.
it's a
outside of
different
everything
mentality
right now.
of like getting used to like either working with kids or not working. It's like you
Yeah.
it's a definite like shift
Totally.
in like how you think about the day and how you organize, you know. Yeah.
It's
no,
not
I get
bad.
it.
It's just different. Like someone was
Yeah.
telling me her boyfriend was moving to New York for like 6 months. She's like, I'm trying to give him the best 2 weeks I can possibly give. And I was like, why? And she's like, because I don't want New York to be better. I was like, better than what? She's like, than what we have here. I was like, it's not about being better or worse. It's different. And you can't compete with different.
No.
Difference in and of itself, just something different. She was like, it's a great way to look at it. I was like, yeah, it's just going to be different.
He's going without her?
He's got to go for work.
And she's scared that he's going to like...
Well, they're like 20.
I was like, that's a weird fear,
It's
but
like-
okay. I'd be like, fine. If you like it better, bye.
Enjoy. Let me
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I wouldn't have those
Peace.
fears anymore. I'm like 3 months away. That sounds amazing.
I know, isn't it funny? Like, just things like don't affect you in the same way now. Like, I'm just like not like it's like I get excited about like totally different things.
And you know what's weird?
Yeah.
Speaking of your prior life,
What?
I did 4 miles on the treadmill yesterday and do you know what I listened to?
What?
All 3 of your albums.
Really?
Yeah. Start to finish.
Oh
It takes
my
me a long
God.
time to do 4
I
miles.
love it.
Yeah, but I hate that
they hold up, right?
they totally hold
Yeah.
up.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize how much I liked like premonitions. So you sang.
Oh yeah.
You sang like right when we met, you were always singing.
Yeah, I was always singing. I was always singing since I was like a little girl. Always singing. And then I feel like, was it when I did the first EP? Did I know you when I did
Yeah,
that one?
of course.
Yeah. With the purple dress, that one. Yeah. So then I feel like when I was working at the agency, I like on the side had a producer. And
Wholesale Dragons.
no, the one before that, Don't Make Me Sound It Out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I did my first EP then, and then just kept
What
writing.
does EP stand for?
Extended play, and then LP is long play. So like an EP is usually like now no one really releases like a lot of people don't release full albums, at least not all at once.
And so it
You can
should be
release one song now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually kind of a cool landscape for an artist, I think, now, because you don't have to like have a full body of work to like put something out there, and there's so many different channels to put things out there. But when I was doing it, there was like Facebook. I mean, like literally there was like no Instagram, no YouTube. I mean, like
No.
it was a weird, you're still like reliant on like record companies and like A&R and all of that. Now there's so many different ways. You don't need anybody's approval to like
You don't.
to like blast it.
You could just produce your own stuff and put it out on.
You could.
You
I mean,
could.
in theory, yeah. So then I wrote, I sang forever. I wrote, and
wrote so
produced
many
like
songs.
4 different albums. One was a full album, and then the other 3 were like little,
Do you have all your music saved
Tidbits.
somewhere?
yeah. Most of it's on iTunes.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, like I'm talking like the stuff you used to do in like Hotel Cafe.
Oh, like the live show stuff?
And like, what was that pub in
Molly Malone's?
Molly Malone's you used to go to?
Yeah. I do. I mean, I have, most of them are recorded. Molly Malone's, I don't know. Hotel Cafe, they're all recorded. Yeah, I don't know.
But you did some stuff that doesn't show up on iTunes.
I
still want.
Things that you have, I think. No?
You'd email them to me, and now I can't find them anymore. But I'm like, I need different songs.
And then I worked with those guys out of New York, which most of that stuff never got released, which that was really dope.
Wait, where's that?
I mean, I have it. They have it. We just never, like, it was going to get used for a few different things. We never, like, put it out, you know? All of my stuff on my own, I ended up, like, putting on iTunes.
Huh.
Yeah. So anyways, in a former life, I was a singer, writer, which I think I will potentially do again.
You should revisit.
But I just, like, mentally, like, left that headspace. I lost the angst.
Did you really?
I mean, I'm not, like, I was never, like, unhappy, but I had, like, a lot of, like I had, like, a chip on my shoulder.
Turmoil.
Yeah, I had, a weird childhood. Like, I had, like, weird, like, unhealthy relationships with, like, a lot of people.
You were very unsettled during that time.
Yeah.
And then you had kids.
Yeah.
And you became very, like, grounded.
Yes.
And I felt like you didn't need that release anymore.
And I don't, but it is in my blood. I mean, like, did I tell you I have the same birthday as, like, all the musicians that I have the same birthday as? Have I told you this?
No.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Miles Davis. Ray Charles.
Jeez.
Ani DeFranco. All have the same birthday as me. I mean, I am like music, like it's like part of me, but I am settled. I am settled. And for what some people, and I've always found this so interesting, and I think you can work on that craft of like writing. Some people can write like happy music and like when they're happy. Like for me, I was so driven by like the like frustration.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what like compelled me to write, because then I felt like cathartic about like making sense of whatever feelings I was having.
The people that are singing happy shit aren't writing it.
Maybe not. I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's so interesting. I always wish, I'm like, I just like a random pop song that like, you know, everybody listens to and makes so much money, but it's just like, I don't know that I'm capable of like writing. Like I tried to with that Justin Gray, that producer. Yeah. I tried to. We did like an EP and they were all okay. They were okay. But do you remember those? They were like overly happy for me.
No. I don't remember
those. Na. Come on. I sent it.
No.
You have all of it.
No, I don't. I would love for you to resend them though.
Okay, I will. Anyway.
That reminds me of when we were driving to Vegas with that motorcycle.
Oh, on the side of us?
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Kept playing the same song.
But now it's so weird when people are like, well, what do you do? And I'm like, well, it's like so weird to even mention the like music at this point, because I haven't really written or done anything in like, you know, 5 years or something. So it's like strange to like have that be like my identity, or like have to then, because then it's follow-up questions of like, oh, well, what did you know? Like, what was it on? Who produced it? Like, where did it go? Like, you know, like, and it's like, it becomes then I feel like weirdly inadequate with being like, well, now I don't do it, but I will. I don't know. It's just a strange thing.
I read a thing on Instagram that staying home with a kid is that 98%, I'm going to butcher this, staying home with the child is like 98% of jobs are much easier than staying home with the child.
Oh, yeah.
Full time.
I think most people would agree with that. Yeah. It's one of the hardest jobs.
I suck at being a parent, I feel like, because of that.
No.
No, because I just tune in, like, you know, the hours that I need to. You know, I'm lucky that I'm working from home, but, like, I tune in and I'm like, I suck at disciplining my kids. I don't do it.
Well, it's so hard. Isn't it funny? Like, now you totally understand when your parents are like, this is harder on me than it is on you. You're like, it so is, right? You're like, it's so hard. Because you just want them to be happy all the time. But that's, like, not what's necessarily good for them.
No.
Disciplining your kids is hard.
It's so hard. And now Ted
needs to get his ass kicked into gear.
He does. He needs to get his ass kicked.
I hope you don't take that the wrong way when I say that. Okay.
No, and he's getting to an age now where it's, like, easier to do it.
Yeah.
Because he's, like...
Because he knows.
He knows. And he'll be like, his new thing now is like, you've got to do this. Nope. Not happening.
Yeah.
It's not happening today.
Yeah.
If you want me to do that, then you're going to have to do this. And I was like, what? No, that's not the way it works.
I love that. I know. I'm like, excuse me, why
Who taught you to barter? Like, no.
Dom does that too. I mean, I think it's the age, but
Like,
no,
it's
but
so
now
rude.
you know it's clear. Like, I think when, especially with your first kid and when they're younger, you're like, oh, am I going too far? Like, is it necessary? Like, does he know? Does he understand? And now you're like, oh, he clearly understands.
Yeah, like with Lolo, when she gets out of line, I'm like, I'm helping your body. I'm helping your body. Like, I'm manhandling her.
Oh.
Like, you know, like
I'm
a
helping, yeah.
wet duck.
Oh.
I'm like, get in the sleep sack.
Listen to me, you little
Just listen to me.
Yeah, no, Dom will do that too. He'll be like, if you want me to do this, then I'm gonna need you to do this. I'm like, no, like what
And
leverage?
I say no, and then Ted will go,
What
well,
leverage?
then you don't have a deal. And I was like, wait,
You
what
don't
are
have
you
a deal.
talking? I was
You don't
like,
have a deal.
you don't have a deal. That was the deal. If you want me to do this and you do that, that's the deal. Nope. Not,
You know what, Dom
not part
will
of
be
the
like,
deal.
okay, so we're gonna do a 24-hour yes challenge. Has Teddy ever done this to
No.
you? A 24-hour yes challenge. I'm like, okay, what does it entail? Well, for 24 hours, you have to say yes to everything I ask you. I'm like, well, no. What's in it for me? Nothing. Just the glory of the challenge.
Oh, Ted has started. He's like, yes means no. No means yes. And I was like, no, it doesn't. No means no.
Oh my God.
I was like, no means
Slippery
freaking no.
slope.
So he was getting in the tub last night. He's like,
Did Teddy tell you that he saw Dom at the park the other
No.
day? Yeah. I think, yeah, it was Ezzy and Luca too. They saw it. Clemencia was at the park with him
oh, no.
last week. I don't know.
No.
Yeah. So crazy. But yeah, being home is the hardest thing. So, I don't know.
It's a bitch.
But we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
It's so interesting now. People will be like, yeah, like there are women that I know that are like so defined by like what they do. And then it's like, if you don't like have something other than like being a mom, I feel like it's like hard for them to like engage with you. You know, there are people like parents like that I'm around.
I can see that.
But I'm sort of like, I'm past it. Like I'm at peace with it. Cause I'm like, I'm like, my dance card is full. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't have like hours or days where I'm just like so bored doing nothing. And I'm like, I'm content with like the choices I've made and the priorities that like, you know, and it shifts all the time.
Oh, there's times I fantasize where I was like, what would this life switch be like for me?
I
You know
actually
what I mean?
think
Where
that
I'm like,
like if you were to not work, and I think COVID was good for you in that way.
Yeah.
Like, not that like, just that like I feel like it's not your only identity. I feel like you would also thrive like doing something else or
100%.
being home with your kids. I mean, you could do it. You could do
Oh,
it.
I could totally do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love what I'm doing right now because I'm still working from home.
Yeah, I know. I feel like you've got a great hybrid happening
Such
now.
a good, and
Yeah.
it's going to end as soon as like the office.
Really? 5 days back?
Everyone else is back in the office 4 days right now, but they're waiting to build out. They moved me to
I think 4 days is actually perfect. Can they just keep it at that?
3 days was perfect.
Oh.
But like they're moving me to the Hulu Originals team, so their offices haven't been built yet.
Where will that be?
In Burbank.
Oh, but you're never going to go back to Pico, right?
No.
Thank God.
No, they're messaging my whole office to me right now.
Thank God. Was that where you were going the last few weeks? To Pico?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Oh my God, how happy are you?
Very. But it's bizarre. It's like
you used
the
to work
end
so
of,
far from your house.
you know, I was lobbying for that to like not
Yeah.
be in that office and work closer to home.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's weird, like, to pack up, to have someone packing my office right now and to, like, lose my parking space. Because I worked,
Why don't you pack it up? They just,
I don't know.
oh, cool. You're
Someone's
like,
doing it.
like it's like below your pay grade.
No, I mean, I'm just not there. So it's
Pack
like,
my shit up.
but I, like, worked so hard, like, 2008, and, like, fantasized about, like, having, like, a reserved parking spot. Like, you know, I was a kid then.
yeah,
And,
but
like,
now,
one day I'm going to have a reserved parking spot on the top floor, and I'm going to have an office. And then I got all that, and I was like, nah.
you also spent like an hour each way in the car.
It was dreadful.
Yeah.
And when living on this side of town, going over Coldwater every day,
Yeah. Can you not get a parking spot at this new place?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's all new.
That's exciting though. That's so much better. That's going to change the game.
It's 8 minutes from my house.
Oh, delicious.